The Wawa proposal was a galvanizing event for our town, and around it, the Hatboro Residents Association is trying to form. And I'm one of the founding members of the Hatboro Residents Association. We are striving to work to improve our community in many areas, and historic preservation is one of them. I was very anxious about tonight's meeting. I thought it was very productive. Many residents got up and spoke about the issues that people in our meetings, we've only had 3 meetings so far of the Hatboro Residents Association, have talked about as far as the issues with Wawa, issues as far as historic preservation, the soul of our community existing in these 300-year-old buildings, issues of quality of life, that it's the potential for a super Wawa here, although many people have positive things about Wawa as a corporation to say, could potentially shape our community in the wrong direction. The issues of traffic and flooding, so many people spoke of those, and there are those who know so much more about that than I do. But I was just thrilled to see so many residents step up and have such good points, and I appreciate Wawa giving us the opportunity to speak like this.
And we already have a safety concern for our children walking to school, because a lot of people cut through our neighborhood so that they don't have to go all the way down York Road. They cut from Blair Mill so that they don't have to use Horsham Road or York Road. So will your traffic study include our neighborhood and the amount of increased traffic we're going to have? Because instead of coming down Horsham Road, people are going to cut through our neighborhood.
I've only been here like 6 years, but one of the main reasons I moved here is because of the small town atmosphere that Hatboro gives you, and putting a giant Wawa on there isn't a small town atmosphere to me. The other things I'm concerned about is the traffic, which I live up at the end of the road where the road bends, and the traffic, you can't get out there any time of the day now. So you're going to add more traffic to it. I don't know how you're going to alleviate that. It's going to get worse. And the other thing is the flooding, like you just mentioned about it, there's not enough green fields. Well, we used to have a nice green field right across the street from our house. And not 2 years ago, people just like you sat here and told us, oh, it's going to be the runoff and stuff for the flooding and nothing's going to happen. And we just had the worst floods last year, and we still now, instead of a green field, I have an empty building sitting across the street from my house.
I'd like to address, in terms of the gas station, which I believe it's the biggest concern here. Have you done any studies in terms of life beyond Wawa? What happens if this is not successful? How many gas stations have ever been converted into something else? Are we going to ever, once we put a gas station there, you know, there are a number of boarded up gas stations on Eastern Road. They're there. I don't see anybody doing anything else but a gas station with them. That's a concern of mine. And maybe along the same line is, what would make you choose to do a store without the gas station there? So.
Wawa, the type of facility that Wawa will develop, as we are evolving our business. I shared with you when we were in the 60s, we sold dairy, but we didn't sell coffee. As we build new facilities, Wawa will not build a facility that does not have the full offer, which does include the sale of fuel. So to answer your question, we would not proceed with a project that is just a store only, because Wawa has been, is now frankly known for that added convenience to be able to acquire and purchase their fuel at our stores. To answer your other questions, as it relates to process, the reason I'm not familiar with what our next steps are going to be, frankly, is because we're here basically to understand, to digest your comments. And when we leave here, we will evaluate all of the things. If you notice, we've been taking notes and such, but we will evaluate all of the discussion topics, and we will be speaking with the borough. So, I mean, frankly, I believe in just being very direct, and I don't know, because I don't know at this point. We're not sure what we're going to be doing.